Hello, welcome to an unboxing video. I have two packages here. This is gonna have to be a quick one. This is from Amazon Sweden, my first order from Amazon Sweden. I think these might have shipped from Germany, maybe. I don't really know how that works. And then this is from a private seller here in Sweden. They uploaded some other stuff that I wanted, but I wasn't able to put in winning bids for everything, but I did get a few things. So I'll start with this one. Nicely packaged. I can definitely reuse this. How do I open this up? Can I tear this? Okay. Oh wow, this is actually very professional. So here we have a film by Peter Greenaway, which looks quite interesting. Prosperous Books. I've seen a few of his films. I really like The Draftman's Contract. Yeah, I remember studying film years ago, and the thing I remember learning about Peter Greenaway was that he was had a bit of a distaste. I mean, this is paraphrasing from years ago. My memory might be wrong, but I think my teacher said something like he was unhappy with the where film was, like the promise of film, the what film can achieve hadn't been quite realized, and so he has often sort of experimented with storytelling and structure and different planes of storytelling, but I don't really know much about him. I've seen quite a few things, but I feel like I feel like I've still only sort of dipped my toes, if you will, because I need to see some of them again. This is a film that I've never heard of before, but it seems quite unknown. So I don't speak German. I'm not gonna make a fool of myself. But here is the original German title. I don't know what the English title is, but this looks like it could potentially be quite good. And as professional as ever here, this seller. With some paper inside to keep the discs from sliding out. Oh, this looks really nice. This last one, I'm gonna save the best one for last. So this, I have no idea what this was. This is not something I would have just bought if I wasn't already buying things from that seller. Miroslav Tichy, Tarzan Retired. It's a short film. I only paid a couple $2 for this. Very unusual little thing here. Subtitles in a bunch of languages. But I think it's a portrait of this artist. Is he a photographer? I know nothing about it. I've just very briefly looked into it, and it was interesting enough to buy, since I was already getting things, and you can ship things together and save some money. This is Etudes sur Paris. Again, I don't speak French either, so I don't know why I said that. This is a French DVD. I don't think it's English friendly, but it's a silent film from 1928 or something. It's a city symphony of Paris. I mean, it looks really quite nice based on the images, and there's some short films, bonus films. I suspect, based on when they're from, that they're also silent, so I don't really need to understand French to appreciate the beautiful imagery. Again, something I'd never heard of before, but I only paid a couple dollars for this too. So that's very good. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out very soon. Not too long, I don't think. 80 minutes. So City Symphonies from the 20s is, I was gonna say, it's almost a genre in itself, but maybe I can't think of too many other ones. But anyway, yeah. So the next one, Amazon here. So this is the supposedly professional place. They ship it like this, and then the private seller, who didn't make much money from this at all, is shipping them in pristine condition and packaging. So go figure. But these are two DVDs that I am so excited to get. I actually bought this one months ago, but there was like a problem with the delivery, so it ended up being sent back. But this is Grand Opera, an historical romance, and O Panama as a bonus feature by James Benning. This is the latest in the series from Film Museum of James Benning's films. I have all the other ones. I've seen quite a few outside of these DVDs as well. Recently I saw one called Him and Me, which was a bit of an anecdotal, a kind of a collage-like, almost like stream of consciousness experiment in American recent history and history of the world to a certain extent. Well, conflicts that America has been involved in, and all kinds of things, music and culture and personal stories. And maybe a little bit unfocused, but I really did like it. And somebody said that it was like almost felt like a continuation to Grand Opera, or at least similar to it. I don't know if that came out after '79, but so apparently Grand Opera is something similar. Yeah, so I'm really interested in this. I'll be watching this one. I think these two, probably this one too, because this is so short. I'll be watching these very soon. This Batang West Side by Love Diaz. Now this is a long fucking movie. Let's see if the duration is somewhere on the back. 289 minutes. So this, okay, so it's said on IMDb that the film was, yeah, okay, that does that. Wait, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to do math in my head. It said on IMDb 5 hours and some change, but this is just below 5 hours. So I guess maybe there's some different versions or something. And then a bonus trailer here. But Love Diaz is a fairly contemporary Filipino filmmaker, but this one apparently is filmed in the US. Yeah, New York and New Jersey. Filipino-born detective investigates the murder of this person. A Filipino teenager must plot along with tenacity to break through the wall of silence surrounding the boy's death. Now, I've seen one film, maybe I didn't say that, but I've seen one film from him, and I'm blanking on the title, but it was quite short. I mean, he's known for making really long films, but the one that I saw was only 80 minutes. There's one called Evolution of a Filipino Family, which is like just above 10 hours, and I don't know if that's available on the streaming service Mubi, but a few of them are, and that's where I saw the shorter film, which is basically feature length, but for him it's like a short film. It's like most people's 19-minute films. That's Love Diaz's 80-minute film. Anyway, but they're not super accessible. I mean, I haven't, until I subscribed to Mubi, I hadn't found a way to see any of them. But even now that I have Mubi, on which I can watch at least a few of them, I haven't taken the time because they are so long. But I've been quite aware of his sort of monolithic presence in the world of sort of Asian film aficionados, and yes, I'm well aware of his reputation. But it might take me just a little bit longer to actually get into his filmography. But I am very excited to do so at some point. I have this now, so this is likely going to be the next one that I watch. I think this might have been his first film, or one of the first, which is interesting because I don't think he's filmed. I'm trying to think if he's filmed outside of the Philippines. Whether he does that frequently, because I don't think he does, but I could be wrong. But if that's the case, then it's interesting that early on in his career, he did film in the US. But anyway, really cool. Let's just open this up for the hell of it. We got some time. yeah, James Benning. I discovered his work in 2020, and I'm just floored by it. It's some of the most beautiful films I've seen. I mean, the Cali. If you're unfamiliar with this kind of structuralist, very fancy word, cinema, I would recommend maybe trying the California trilogy. It's yeah, you might not love it, but it's, for me, it's some of the most interesting cinema I've seen recently. James Benning's films, and those films maybe in particular. Maybe the last one is my favorite, Sogobi, but man, he just has an eye for images and for framing and for pacing and for a sense of place. Like that's what he does. I think a sense of place. Now that can be quite difficult to pull off. You need to kind of have faith in the images and not intervene too much, I think. And he does that really well. So that is today's unboxing. Really happy with this. Yeah, thank you for watching.